So I just wonder for all of you, who are you?
What's going on? How you doing out there? Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Polo, and today I am checking out Burnham's best burns and jokes in the green room. Now, before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you can stay up to date with my latest videos. By liking the video, that lets me know that you want me to check out more content just like this. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go.
Oh, I was running
now,
titles.
why can he talk? Who's this?
He shouldn't be able to talk before him.
Yeah,
That's true.
Oh, Ray is one of my top 15 sitcoms, top 10 maybe. I think it's a beautifully written show. Haven't seen it in years and haven't seen him in years, so that's refreshing to see here. Let's go back.
I was running
now,
titles.
why can he talk? Who's this?
He shouldn't be able to talk before him.
That's true. Fair point.
I am.
Fair point.
I'm of the younger generation, so I just wonder for all of you, who are you?
All right, now you can talk.
Yeah, I see they got a bunch of comedians in there, and he is holding his own right off the bat, setting the temperature. I actually got to find this. This is funny here.
It's so good. It's so good because it's so mutual. The truth is, I saw your special like just a couple weeks ago. I was really into what you were doing, and I said, "Now, who is this?" And then
He thought you were Emo Phillips.
I'm a big fan of Bo's, and you kind of had a quick trajectory in a very short time, and people gave you shit for it without even having seen it.
Yeah, the biggest reason people give me shit is since I came on the internet, they said that I didn't get enough criticism. I wasn't in the clubs grinding it out. But the truth is, for the older comics that say that, I want them to read 10,000 internet comments and see if they don't feel fully criticized. After that, I mean, like...
Oh, that's a good one right there, bars. A lot of older comedians do resent the new comedians for being able to make it a lot faster because, you know, back in the 90s, you had to do the chitlin circuits, you had to do all the small clubs, you had to get in the big movie. There was a lot you had to do to get your name out there versus the newer comedians. All they have to do is have a pretty big social media platform and they can start touring. So there's a lot of resentment from some of the veteran comedians in comparison to like the younger comedians, and I don't like it.
It's the most vitriolic, personal. I mean, it's one thing for a heckler to have to heckle you on stage and own that moment, but when people are faceless and don't have to get the repercussions for that,
what's the worst thing they've said about you?
The first comment I ever got was when I was 15. It was "Go gadget faggot." That's all it was.
I shouldn't be laughing at that. That was funny.
Well, all right, wait a second. That seems supportive.
I know.
And honestly, I meant it as supportive.
Yo, these guys are sharp.
we were racing to that.
I know. We just cut you right off at the turn.
No,
Sorry, man.
Just as well, as long as someone said it.
So when I first met Bo, I asked him who his favorite comic is, and he said Hans Teeuwen. Exactly. He's a Dutch comedian. And when I met you, you were 9? I can't really talk about it because of the restraining order, but I was just blown away that you would even know who he was.
What's his name?
Hans Teeuwen.
Can you do a little bit of this thing?
He's a Dutch absurdist. One of the things he does is he brings out a sock puppet, which is a black sock.
See, already I don't like him.
Yeah, no. all right. It's a white sock.
He said, "See, already I don't like them." Yo, these guys are sharp. I gotta watch some of this. Do more of these. These guys are just—it's like comedian basketball.
It's a sock puppet, which is a black sock.
See, already I don't like him.
Yeah, no. all right. It's a white sock.
Oh,
and then
catch that. He said it's a white sock. Look, that is this sharp. Nice.
And
that is underrated right there. He said, "All right, it's a white shark."
Sock.
Oh,
and then he just sings a song and feeds the sock a Baby Ruth. and just crunches in the Baby Ruth the entire time. It's insane. Well, it just seems like there's the really only rules about stand-up comedy is you have to stand up on stage and you have to be funny. And there seems to be all these invisible rules that people put up, like, you know, starting with your second best joke, ending with your best joke.
Who told you this?
Yeah, where?
I don't know. I took a comedy class. No, I didn't.
When I was 19 at the University of Arizona, I'd never been in a comedy club in my life. And I saw that George Carlin was appearing at a club in Phoenix, and I took my material naively up to see if he would look at it, because I sat down and wrote some material that I thought was right for Carlin. And he was standing by the bar, and I asked him if he would read the material, and he said, well, I write my own stuff, but I'll look at it. And he said, come back tomorrow night. And the next night I drove back. He, as it turned out, took me into his dressing room and had read everything and said, man, you know, I think you're really funny. I think you're very green, but there's something funny on each page, because I think what he sensed is the essence of something funny. Yeah. And then that can be developed. Because at the core, your essence is funny, then you just attach it to your personality, which clearly should be checked.
This is deep. Wow. I'd be intimidated to talk to George Carlin, you know what I mean? Because the guy was just had a magnificent brain, you know, but yeah.
Hey, Gary, I got a couple of jokes that I...
Well, there's a difference, though. You can still be introspective and not show any of that on stage directly.
Oh.
Like, I don't talk about life.
I mean, you're so clearly, if I make this is a compliment, you are so clearly a very unique fellow that it's clear that just by being yourself, that stuff comes out of you. It doesn't mean that you have to talk about yourself necessarily.
Right. No. Right. Yeah.
Just play along.
That's a great way to put that.
Just play along.
I know that you've been on an internal journey, a spiritual journey. Would you call it a spiritual
Yeah,
journey?
it's pronounced spiritual. It's
I knew he was going to get him.
you know, I've been meditating far too long to be happy about anything.
Stand-up comedy and comedy seems so inherently Western. So, like, to understand Eastern, and that might be me being stupid. But how does that affect your perspective on comedy? Because I don't really
lay down
think
some
of
wisdom,
Eastern.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about comedy because I did not know this guy was that funny. He's hilarious, and half of these guys I don't even know. I know Ray, and but I did not know.
What happened?
Oh, that is the correct question. The answer to that takes a tad of time. I think the Eastern philosophy really encourages authenticity, and nothing but authenticity. What I saw when I saw you on stage is I didn't see a fake moment.
But here's where it gets difficult to explain or understand, is that Bo actually, when he performs, there's a lot of ironic detachment there. There's a lot of, you're not really revealing anything yourself.
I never talk about what I really think about on stage directly because I just don't value what I think at this point about those issues. Well, just really, I don't think anyone wants to get up and hear a 20-year-old tell them what they think about how the world works.
It's very hard to watch someone that funny, that young, when you think of how unfunny you were at 20 years old.
All I did at 20 is worry about my hair, I think.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
Hear about your journey. I want to know if you've attained anything through your study of Buddhism.
I don't know if attained is the right word. So with the whole thing's a mess. I mean, you get closer to just being.
What exactly does that mean? So translate it into comedy, what it means.
Oh my God.
Translate it into comedy?
As a comic,
I will.
How do you?
It's closest to where he's starting, which is I'm not really trying to be anything right now. I'm sitting down. This is what I do.
Do you think Bo's just healthy?
I think Bo's really healthy, yeah.
And he can be as funny as us fucked up.
Are you damaged?
No, I always...
Bo is not healthy, all right? From what I've learned, but hopefully he is now, but yeah.
Come on, you gotta be.
No, I
You wanna be?
Yeah, I know.
I like that.
Come on, you gotta be.
Funny as us fucked up.
Are you damaged?
No, I always.
Come on, you gotta be.
No, I
You wanna be?
I know.
I like what they did there.
Oh, man. Well, the really fucked up part was the little time I spent in clubs, I would find myself jealous of the problems that our comics had because I felt like I wasn't legitimate because anything that I've achieved in light of nothing. Like I've had people patting me on the back since day one. I think I get.
Oh, that's horrible.
I know, but it's true.
There's a thing.
These guys' timing are great timing on all of them.
Gary's DVD where he's talking to Jerry Seinfeld, and he was saying, Gary, you know, it's not all about pain. You don't have to be in pain to be funny. Isn't it about talent? Can't you just be born with like a God-given gift and you're just a talented person and you can communicate and it's all about that?
I said, I hear rage. And
Yeah, I gotta check out his stand-up. I like that guy.
Well, I just think the absolute comedy comes from pain. I think kind of limits what comedy is because I think comedy comes from love. It comes from like fear. It comes from hate.
right.
You're gonna tell me you're not fucking angry?
Oh no.
I mean, come on, I saw that song. I see how you look. I know what you went through.
No, total anger. But to say that it's
You're angry at Justin Bieber, aren't you?
But I'm arrogant.
Oh my goodness. Forgot you were there, Ray, for a second.
You're angry at Justin Bieber, aren't you?
But I'm arrogant.
it comes from everything. It comes from everything is what you're saying.
But the anger there, I don't think that's damage that I need to fix. I'm just like stuck up enough to think that they're wrong.
We've just focused on anger here and all that stuff and the problems with the parents. But there will be other elements that include love and everything else you've mentioned that as you sort those out, they will continue to be fodder for your next song.
Right.
That's all. It's whatever you sort out.
Yeah. Just that absolute comedy.
But someone who isn't sorting out that stuff within them.
Right now.
Are we meeting here again next week?
Yes.
I was like, it's starting to feel like an intervention a little bit, or not an intervention. What's the word? AA meeting or something, you know? That was masterful to watch, you know, especially when you think of it in terms of like the older comedians, you know, and sparring with the young comedian and them going back and forth, giving each other information. There's so much drama and comedy these days where comedians are so catty. This was really nice to see. And these were like some really good guys. I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't know who half of them were. I know a lot of the comedians I watched were, you know, black comedians. But then, like I said, I venture out now past couple of years where I, you know, Bill Burr, I've gotten hip to, Tom Segura, I've gotten hip to, Jim Jeffries, and a lot of other comedians. And then I'm diving down the rabbit hole of Carlin's work and still learning as I go as well. But this was, I think, very masterful, very entertaining, and just watching the minds go back and forth. I liked it. But anyways, guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All my links to support the page are below. Check out my Patreon. There is content on my Patreon that is not on my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys and everything you do. Peace.